Good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1532. Look at the sweat stain on this hat, but it was a hat day. The only other hat that I had down here was a Chicago Cubs hat, and I don't feel like I should be representing the Chicago Cubs right now. I want to be fair weather. They're sucking. I'm not gonna wear a Cubs hat right now. They pissed me off again last night. I had the game on, and it was, I don't know, the sixth, it was 5-1 in the sixth inning. And I gave the remote to my wife and I said, I can't watch this anymore. She looks and she goes, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "Yeah, they suck right now." She's like, "Did they win when you went to the game?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's like the only time they've won in the last week." Actually, I think they won Sunday also, but it's been my thoughts on the Cubs. And we had in our group chat, it's funny, we like pick apart, I think yesterday morning, we were picking apart how we shouldn't have traded Cody Bellinger away. And I'm like, really? We're at this point? Like, that was a good trade. It's still a good trade. It wasn't the money saved wasn't really used, but it was a good trade. Like, who do you get rid of? Like, so anyway, this is the Cubs are regressing to the mean, and that's what baseball it's a 162 game season. You get hot at the right time, but over the course of the season, you regress to the mean. And the Cubs were outperforming like every position, with the exception of third base. And now third base is doing, Matt Shaw's really coming on. He's the only one hitting right now. Everybody else is sucking. But you look, PCA, who would have thought Pete Crow Armstrong would have been this? Ian Happ's been Ian Happ. Like, this is who Ian Happ is. Kyle Tucker's been great with the exception of the last 3-4 weeks. Seiya Suzuki has overachieved. Michael Busch has overachieved. Nico's been Nico. Dansby's kind of been Dansby. The catcher position has definitely overachieved. And then our starting pitching has, for the most part, overachieved. The healthy ones, I guess. So this is, the Cubs were on pace, I think, before this losing streak. They were on pace for like 99 wins. This is not a 99 win roster. Like, this is not a 99 win team. I think Zips projected, what did Zips project? 87 wins, I think, which I thought was just a little high. I was thinking I was predicting like 85, 86 wins. So, I mean, 87 is right in there. And I still think they're going to, I don't know if the Cubs can win a 90. Can they win 90 games this year? I think the current even now, I think they're 17 games above 500. That projects out to in the 90s. So it's just it's been frustrating because even though this is who we thought they were, but when you go a first half with Pete Crow Armstrong being MVP caliber, Seiya, Kyle Tucker, the catcher position, Carson Kelly, like whoever you plug into catcher is hitting, you get high expectations and you get false hope. And now it's being the truth is being revealed with this Chicago Cubs team. And my fear is it's going to get worse. Matthew Boyd has been like the MVP, at least for the starting pitchers. And Boyd hasn't pitched over 100 innings since 2019. In his 11-year career, he's only pitched 130 innings or more 3 other times, this being the 4th. And it's like, when do the wheels fall off? It's only August. It's the first week of August. When do the wheels fall off? Matthew Boyd. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk ranting about the Chicago Cubs. So hopefully they can put together a win streak, and next week I'll be up on top of the roller. It's a roller coaster. It's a 162 game season. As frustrating as it is, I try to keep an even keel, not get caught up in the wins and losses but unfortunately, this is who the Cubs are. They're not a 100-win team. I still think this is a hot take. This is certainly a hot take in my group chat. I still think, and I thought this at the beginning of the season, the Cincinnati Reds will win the division. They are now, I think yesterday, the day before, they were like 9.5 games behind the Brewers. Brewers still in first place, and the Brewers keep fucking winning. It's annoying as hell. So I don't even know what the hell the standings are right now. But the Reds beat the Cubs last night, and so they climb a little further. But I think the Reds win the division. I think second place is going to be between the Brewers and Cubs. We'll find out next. I think is it next week? The Brewers and Cubs play a 5-game series, and that's it. The Cubs and Brewers only play 5 games the rest of the year. Okay, so it's still 9.5. The Reds are 9.5 because I think the Cubs won. Did the Cubs win 2 nights ago? The Cubs are 5-5 in the last 10. That's actually better than I thought. I feel like it was like 3-7 or 4-6. Brewers are 8-2 in their last 10. Reds are 6-4 in their last 10. I still think the Reds are going to come back and win the division. Brewers are in first place by 4 games. Cubs in second. Reds in third. Cardinals and Pirates, they're going to be out of it. So I think the Brewers have the best record. Is it in all of baseball now? It is. Wow. And by a few games even. And the Cubs are, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I think the Cubs are in the fourth. The Cubs still have the 4th best record in baseball. I think they're tied with, who are they tied with? The Phillies. The Cubs and Phillies are tied for the 4th best record in baseball. And here I am. The sky is falling. Oh, wait, or is it 5th? All right, so there's 1 team above us. 2, 3. Yeah, 4th. 4th best record in baseball. And here I am acting like the Cubs are on the verge of having the worst record ever. But I still think this won't stick. All right. So I don't really have a topic today. I went on eBay Live again yesterday, and I just did kind of a pop-up show yesterday afternoon. Wanted to get some more sales in. Still have I ran a few slabs, but being a daytime auction, it's like wanted to be careful what I ran. And it was better than I expected. I think Monday night was a little worse than I thought it would be. Yesterday afternoon was better than I thought it would be. It seems like Monday, Tuesday are a slog, even Wednesday, Thursday. But then once you get to the weekend, boom, it's just stuff is flying on eBay Live. So I did a quickie 100 auction show yesterday afternoon. Did better than I expected. My sales to date are now up. My goal for the year was 40% growth year over year on eBay. I am now 217% year over year. And that number is going to just keep climbing. So very happy with that. All of my numbers are way up with the exception of one category. That's sales via fixed price, which is no surprise because I took all of my inventory down. Even if I didn't take all of my inventory down, I wasn't adding new inventory. If you don't add new inventory, you're not going to make as many sales because people want the fresh stuff. So, but what I have listed as buy it now has been moving. That 83 Topps football unopened box sold. One of my Pete Crow Armstrong season ticket cards sold. A couple of the 80 Topps baseball packs have sold. What else sold? The giveaways, the Wrigley Field giveaways from the game I went to Friday, both of those sold. So stuff I have listed has been moving. So that's good. So I don't know if I'm going to do an eBay Live today. I've got a few things going on today, so not sure if I'll squeeze one in. I don't know if I'm going to do one tonight or not. We'll see. But I do want to get one in Thursday night, tomorrow night, and then definitely for the weekend. I may have a family thing on Sunday. Just kind of popped up. My mom texted me yesterday, so I may head down on Sunday. Which is like a good day. It's like, oh, come on. Weekends are my good. Weekends is where I make my money. Where are we at? Carrie's in the house. What's going on? Sadly, Cubs will not play past game 162. I think they will get a wild card. I do think they're good enough to get a wild card. Because I think 87, 88 wins is going to be enough. Where's the standings at? I I mean, the Cubs right now have this still. I mean, even though it's doom and gloom, they still have the 4th best record in baseball. So right now they're at a 575. All right. Can I math this right? 162. All right. I'm not mathing this right. Oh, duh. I'm an idiot. See, this is why I wasn't very good in math class. That's still 93 wins. 93 wins. I don't think the Cubs win 93 games this year. I don't think they're going to win 90. I think 87 is still going to be, I think it's going to be right around that upper 80s mark. Maybe they squeeze in a couple wins and get close to 90. I just don't think they're going to win 90 games. But I also think 88, 87, 88, 89 games will get you a wild card. So I do think the Cubs will make the postseason. They're not going to win the division, but I think they'll sneak in with a wild card. Cody, what's going on? Good morning. Kyle's in the house. What's happening? Shane is here. Good morning. Yeah, baseball is good at baseball. That is true. Mark, what's going on? Good morning. Bargain Boxer says, nope, no steals and deals. I got some steals and deals. I didn't get crazy value steals, which I don't know if I ever have at the National. Like, I could pull a $100 card out of a dollar box at a local card show, but I don't know if I've ever pulled a $100 card out of a dollar box at the National. But I mean, dollar bills turning into $10 and $15 all day. Kerry says Jed did the best he could with Ricketts' small market budget. You know, I think I want to get on this rant also with Jed Hoyer. So I thought Jed Hoyer was the problem until this offseason. And then it's like, you know what? Jed's doing the best he can with Ricketts' fucking budget, like Kerry mentions here. However, Jed really fumbled the offseason. Yes, he couldn't go out and sign Alex Bregman. He couldn't go out and sign Garrett Cole, these big name free agents because of the budget. But you can put together a bench on a budget, and he did not do that. He put together a AAA bench, and he admitted to it in the pregame show last night. He says, well, I didn't do a good job putting a bench together in the offseason. No shit, Sherlock. I mean, come on. Vidal Brujan was on the bench until like the end of July. What the fuck? If you would have told me at the beginning of the season that the Cubs are competing and have the top 5 record in baseball, at some points the best record in all of Major League Baseball with Vidal fucking Brujan on the bench, I would have been like, you're fucking crazy. It's Vidal Brujan. He was traded straight up from Matt effing Mervis, for God's sakes. Christ almighty. So that's on Jed. The trade deadline, partially on Jed. He made a big mistake. How can you trade for a pitcher who underwent an MRI and trade for him before you read the fucking results? Speechless. That's what happened to Mike Soroka. And guess what? Mike Soroka pitches 2 innings in his debut for the Cubs and leaves the game. And now he's on the IL because they didn't read the fucking MRI results. That's on Jed. Now, not getting a starting pitcher, not on Jed, because nobody got a starting pitcher. A good one, a good to great one. Merrill Kelly would have been nice to have, Merrill Kelly instead of Mike effing Soroka. But they actually did, whoever got Yankees, I don't know who traded for Merrill, they did have to give quite a bit up for him. And he's a rental. If you wanted to go out and land somebody like Mackenzie Gore, give up the entire farm. And then guess what Mackenzie Gore goes out and does? Gives up 12 runs last night. Can you imagine the outrage? You trade Matt Shaw and Owen Casey and Jackson Wiggins and a couple other prospects to get Mackenzie Gore, and he goes out and gives up 12 runs. But hey, you get him for another 2.5 years. So I blame Jed Hoyer partially. He made mistakes. Giving him the 5-year deal, like, fuck. Like, what has Jed Hoyer done to earn a 5-year extension? Does he have nudie pics of Tom Ricketts on his phone? I don't know. But what the hell? Like, that should have been Jed should have just been what do you call it when you're under your last year of the contract? Not dead man walking, but lame duck. Jed Hoyer as a lame duck president probably would have got just as much done as what president of baseball operations Jed Hoyer did get done at the deadline. So I do blame Jed. I don't blame Jed on not getting Alex Bregman and Garrett Cole and all of these others, because Ricketts wasn't going to pay for it. But Jed is to blame for keeping Vidal fucking Brujan on the roster for 6 months. Zach says, do a live focused on Colson Montgomery. Thank me later. Hey, I sold I did really well on it. I was a little, sometimes when I throw hot players on eBay Live, it's like, this might not sell for what I want it to, but Colson Montgomery did. I had a Bowman Chrome Sapphire, not his first, but just a second year. Colson Montgomery Sapphire ended up selling for, I think, like $10, which I was happy with. I think my biggest surprise on eBay Live yesterday afternoon, it's hard to feel the room out. Like, what are people buying? And I throw vintage up and it sells for a couple bucks. I throw an Elly De La Cruz rookie, it sells for a couple bucks. I throw this and that and the other, and it's just like the right people aren't in the room. So then I'm going through and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to throw, instead of getting $2 for an Elly De La Cruz, here's an 83 Topps Robin Yount. I'll get maybe I'll get $1 for it. Maybe it won't sell. If it doesn't, I throw an 83 Topps Robin Yount. This is something that sometimes I don't even put in my quarter box. It sells for $9. Like, okay. Well, I got an 82 Topps Reggie Jackson. If Robin Yount 83 can do 9, it sells for $2. Okay. Well, let's run a George Brett, Mike Schmidt, $1. Like, okay. Well, apparently Robin Yount has. So then I found a bunch of Robin Yount. Robin Yount was selling really well. George Brett, Mike Schmidt, Reggie Jackson, not so much. Sometimes I don't understand. It's all about the people. When you have a small amount of people in the room, you never know. Cooter says sales revenue means nothing. Profit pays for doggy daycare. And my profit is up significantly also. Colson, there you go. Colson Montgomery. My Giants evidently want to relive the 70s like the Keatings. Both sports predictions are similar to Jim Cramer's guarantees. Cooter says, stop buying your crown, Zach. Super chats count against your monthly hobby budget. I got a Dick Allen rookie for $8 at the Nationals. Paper loss on the back. Don't care. One of my favorite pickups ever. What year was Dick Allen rookies? Was he in the 60s? Glad you added Allen rookie. You could catch COVID. Peter's in the house. Good morning. Zach says, Marlo Stanfield and me carrying the crown until Klein logs off hub and reminds us to hit that like button and regains the crown. Travis, what's going on? Cubs reunion with Stroman? Probably not. Although, I mean, he was released. You never know. What's up? Gem City Card Show's in the house. Where are we at? Duke, what's going on? Good morning. We don't know most of the Minnesota Twins players anymore, at least not well enough to talk about them. Orlando, what's going on? Good morning. Nick says, will there be any tables open for this month's show? Ready to jump back in? Yes, it's been a pain in my ass. This one's been, I thought it would get easier. It's like, it's going to get easier. No, this one's been tougher. I've got people that have shared the password. So now I'm going through. I'm like, hey, you're not on the list. Where was your table? Oh, people booking more tables than what they bought. People forgetting to rebook. So it's been a babysitting adventure. Adventures in babysitting at the card show. So there should be tables available. I'm hoping that's what I need to focus on today. And forget eBay Live. I need to focus on Madison Card Show and shipping today. So yeah, I'm hoping at some point later today or tomorrow, at least definitely by tomorrow, I will have. Today's Wednesday already. Gosh, I need to get it. I need to get it up. That's what she said. So yeah, there should be. Where's my? See if I have any. Let's see. There's going to be limited availability in the sports room, but I think there should be a couple spots open. And a few people never responded to my emails, texts, and Facebook messages. So as soon as I hit this spreadsheet later today, if they didn't respond, they are out of the show. So TCG room, they're probably going to be, actually, there's going to be quite a few open in the TCG room. And then there might be, I'm opening an additional table in the atrium. Let's see, that's taken. Got one booth that's not open, that's open. Yeah, I've only got, oh wait, no, 2 booths that are open. Those are booked, those are booked, those are booked. So yeah, I'll have, and yeah, I haven't booked any of the atrium tables that I'm adding. So, where's my tab? All right. So yes, I will, Nick, I'll add you to my list, before I, offer it up to the public. I've got a list growing, I think, before I reach out for August Alliant. So who do I got? 1, 2. Yeah, there should be, actually, with who I have on my list. I think there'll be just enough to cover the open tables that were not rebooked. Red Lights in the house. Good morning. Sports Section Plus, what's up? Been a long minute. Glad to watch the live again. Live. What's happening? Zach says, Bo trying to analyze addictive behaviors. Good luck. Cody says, crying about the Cubs. Next will be the Bears. Yeah, you're right. It probably will be. Hey, it's going to be a 10-win season. Where is Mike Smith? Mike Smith, not here. That 70s card store, not here either. Coincidence? Joe Mauer isn't a Twin anymore. So there you go. We're only 23 minutes in. Haven't even drank my water yet. So, I haven't talked about the topic though. Were there any deals at the National? Yes, there were. Again, like I mentioned earlier in the show, I don't think I've ever found a $100 card in a dollar box or a quarter box like I have at various local card shows, smaller shows. But there are still deals. You know, I can find $20 cards in a dollar box. You know, I was getting deals on, and of course, eBay Live also skews the market. Sometimes I'll get $20 for a dollar card where it might have been only a $3 card. I didn't find, I mean, the slabs, awesome deals. You know, buying in bulk, paid $13 about for a slab. That was a great deal. I got a lot of, let's see, where's the box I have? Here, I just want to go through. These were really cool. I think I got these in a dollar box. And I mean, it's not like it's not a steal or a deal, or it's a deal, but it's not a steal. Hank Aaron, this is from 1982. Those are pretty cool. There was a small pile of those. What else was I finding? Let's see. I'm just going to go through and see. These are all mixed up now. Some were in quarter boxes, some were in dollar boxes. And really, I was shopping for different things this year. You know, I was I was shopping for Dan Marino and Barry Sanders, where normally I wouldn't be shopping for that type of stuff. Normally I wouldn't pick this out of this is probably in a 50-cent box. Miguel Cabrera Topps Chrome Refractor. We need to get him in a penny sleeve. I don't have one near me. But that'll do well on eBay Live. I have a lot of Tigers fans. I pulled out a bunch of autos and dollar boxes. Now they'll probably sell for $3-4 on eBay Live, but hey, it all adds up. Here's an Acuna with the Santa hat. I think that was in a 50-cent box. So were there steals and deals? A bunch of these Mickey Mantles. This I actually had. This was a good one. Rising Inferno's George Lombard Jr. There was also a PCA in there. Lots of small wins, lots of base hits. I don't think I got any home runs, but I got a lot of base hits that will add up. So I'm excited for it. And as Cooter mentioned earlier about profit, I've gone through. Now, basically, with all of what I bought, I'm actually at break even from the National, which is pretty good. It's only Wednesday morning, and I'm already at break even. But I've got about 2 months now. My fiscal year ends the end of September, so I get to go through and go through all of my receipts, go through all of my expenses. That'll be fun. But I have been I have spent more money, obviously, in the last couple months, but I've also made a lot more. So it'll be fun to see what the bottom line is. But I can tell you my bank account is much larger than it was previously. Let's see, where are we at? Since Card Dealer Pro dropped their sponsorship, it feels loose. Hey, look at the bottom of the screen. Go to carddealerpro.com. Use promo code Cubs, CUBS, and you'll get 500 free scans upon your paid subscription to Card Dealer Pro. Check it out, carddealerpro.com. Was hanging out with the guys, with Ted and David and Alex at the show last week. They had a great, their area was perfect. There was a lot of room, like in front. It wasn't like crowded. There was nothing bunt cakes over to the right, and there was a beer stand to the left. So if it was around lunchtime, I'd get nothing bunt cake. If it was getting close to closing time, I can use a Coors Light when I'm hanging out at the booth. Let's see. Zach says, I found two $12 cards in a 50-cent box. Frank Thomas, 1992 Fleer Rookie Sensations. My listing is firm. Don't at me. Unicorn says, I think LRS is still on vacation from Skill Gaming. That's right. He was going to take a vacation from Skill Games. Orlando says, that's a great Thomas card. Gem City says, Shota Imanaga, Cubs Topps Chrome Refractor for 50 cents. That's a steal to me. Love it. Zach says, tell me about it. It was a massive card as a kid. I own 3 now as an adult and happy about it. Dan, what's going on? I did not see Dan. I did not see Dan at the National this week. I did not see Dan. I did not see Orlando. I did not see, who else didn't I see? Mark. I didn't see a bunch of people. I did see Gem City though. I've had a few tell me that CDP isn't better than eBay list by photo. I'm going to try it out soon. You can do I think there's a trial version you can use on Card Dealer Pro. I haven't used the eBay list by photo. Let's do that. I want to do that. I've got a Carl Yastrzemski 78 Topps. Now on Card Dealer Pro, that's going to be super smooth. Super easy. Let's try. I don't even know how to do it on eBay. So I assume I just go to sell. List an item, I assume. Is it this little scanner? Point your camera at barcode. There's no barcode. Well, how the hell do you do it? Can you do it from your phone? I don't know. All right. I'm not going to fuck around with it. See? Don't know how to do it. Unicorn says, look at the floor of that room, Dan. The hat is not going to get cleaned anytime soon. Unicorn Cupcake speaks the truth. You are correct. It's not going to get cleaned anytime soon. Brian, what's going on? Good morning. Dan only went Friday. Oh, and that's the only day. That's one of the days I did not go. So no wonder I didn't see you. I did not go Friday or Sunday, so I was not even there. And I was exhausted by Saturday early evening, so did not go out. Well, bummer. Gem City says, no, you can't do it from your phone. Well, that's a pain in the ass. But I guess I don't bulk list from my phone either. So, all right. So that's about what I had for today. I don't think I'm going to do eBay Live today. I've got to focus on Madison Card Show for the August 30th show. Zach needs to leave. Keep the crown on ice. My workflow is wonky. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. So I do plan on going to eBay Live tomorrow. Were there deals? Yeah, there were deals. I got lots of great deals. I spent a lot of money. I spent more money than I ever have, and at the National, and great deals. You gotta look in the right places. If you're gonna shop showcases at the National, you're gonna be extremely disappointed because you're gonna see a lot of cards that are over comps. But the deals, they're in the bargain boxes, and most people don't want to spend the time to dig, but those who do reap the benefits. So if you want steals and deals, you got to dig through boxes. If you don't want to dig, that's the name of the game at the National. So I'm sure there are deals early, but you got to get them. You got to get there on Wednesday, and you got to find the right booth with the right deal. So that's the name of the game. Madison Card Show, Saturday, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center, 250 tables. Might be 254. I'm going to add another 4 in the atrium. Saturday, August 30th, admission is $5. You will have to pay to park on site. That's a venue thing. If you want to complain about the parking, you'll have to address the Alliant Energy Center because I have nothing to do with it. So, Saturday, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center. Once again, we'll break it up. Sports in one room, TCG in the other. Middle room is going to be a little bit of a mix. Those are the premium tables. Concessions also on site. Saturday, August 30th, Alliant Energy Center. Looking forward to it. Dan says, I had a good time just hanging with my Japanese friend's table. Walked around but didn't see any burley I needed. Didn't look too hard. Gem City says, if digging, neck exercises are the key to long-term endurance. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just like, oh. I mean, you can tell the dudes that are in bargain boxes a lot because they're like, ooh, stretching. I should have brought my my neck pillow because usually you're looking down like this, so it stretches it out that way. Maybe next year. If digging, also a chair is a big help. Oh, yeah. And, sometimes I sit in a chair too long and it's like, oh, I need to stand up. Actually, Nick, I think Nick was doing that. He was sitting in the chair. He was at Jennings. We were at the Jennings booth together, and he'd been sitting. We were probably there an hour, didn't even know each other was there. Got time to stand up. And then you stand up too long. It's like, oh, I got to sit down. So yeah, so I'm looking forward. I will be set up at a show, in a week from Saturday, I think. Wait, shit, I gotta look it up. I think it's August 14th, but that doesn't sound right. August 16th, I think. August 16th, Janesville Card Show, Janesville, Wisconsin. So, basically in Janesville, I'm going to bring all of my bargain boxes. Everything's going to be 10 cents each. You can buy the whole box, $25. I just need to blow shit out. So that's going to be in Janesville, Wisconsin, and I'm going to bring a bunch. So come out and see me in Janesville in a week from Saturday, August 16th. Gem City says, I saw a rolling cooler. That was next level smart. That would be a pain in the ass. People, my buddy Crawley, roommate at the Cubs convention, he brings a rolling cooler, which comes in handy unless you have to actually haul it around, because it's a real pain in the ass. So I've had to haul it. Mikey, what's going on? Good morning. So that's what I had for today. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Probably no eBay. If I do an eBay live today, it might just be a pop-up just to make a few bucks. We'll see, depending on what I get out for shipping today. I'm not sure how much shipping I have to do. But I think I have quite a bit, because I only did 100 auctions yesterday, but I need to get some of my bigger items. I want to get my Peyton rookie listed. I want to get, as a buy it now, I want to get some of those unopened boxes behind me listed. I've got some vintage that I want to get listed as buy it now. So I do want to keep, I'd like to get to, I don't even know. I don't really have a goal of listings, buy it now listings. It's because everything's moving so quickly on eBay Live. It's like, but I want to have, like, I don't want to list on eBay Live 82 Donruss unopened box. At least not at this point. So that stuff I want to list as a buy it now. Plus, it's nice if I don't do an eBay Live today, if I sell something for a few $100, hey, that's nice. I get, a few $100 on the day. So that would be nice. All right. Like and subscribe. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.